Hello everybody, this is James from Square Goal Gamers and welcome back to my playthrough of Banjo-Kazooie. And here we are in Treasure Trove, slam into the face, Cove. There are lots of secrets in this level, and there is a big thing in this game that I'm going to show you as well that affects quite a lot of this game actually. So here we go. Another thing I was going to mention, I actually totally forgot about, which I'll mention just after this. Nipper's Beach. You find nothing without your help. Help is the crustacean brain. Cheeky bird needs feathers clipping. I knew your mouth would get us into trouble. I knew it. I remember struggling with this so hard as a kid. You hurt Nipper. Makes me mad. It makes me mad? People talking like they're mumbling. Get back in there. And the funny thing is, you can now jump in here. And he's not in here. I always find that funny. Right, anyway, as I was saying, the one big difference I actually genuinely completely forgot about because I plugged in my N64 to just have a wee look about and see if there were any major differences in this game. And when you leave a level, if you leave a level without picking up all the moves, Bottle shouts at you for not finding all the moves, which is fair enough, fine. But any notes you've picked up, in the original N64 version, if you leave the level and come back in, all the notes go back to where they were. So what you have to do is you have to find all the notes that you had previous, plus the ones that are still there, because it holds a record of what you had before. Whereas in this version, once you picked up the notes, you've picked up the notes. You don't have to worry about picking them up again. So in the original, you have to find all 100 in a row without leaving the level, which was brutally hard. Especially when you're struggling to find every single note. Whereas in this, once you found it, you found it. You don't have to worry about going back to it again. I'll get bottles in just a second. And if you couldn't guess what this ability is this time round, well then I'll give you 5 seconds. And if you guessed anything other than flying, you're fired. I don't care what you work as, you're fired. Time for you to fly. Better be easy. Simple enough even for you. Sick burn. Cool. So. Jinjo! Time to fly. It's as simple as it looks. You can only fly from those pads. And every time you want to go higher, you use a feather. Simple enough. But I'm trying to get this without landing on the wall. Oh, no. No. Oh boy. Right. Here comes my nightmare. I'm not even kidding. This gave me nightmares as a child. If you've played this game, you know what's coming. This fucker gave me the fear of jumping in the water at any point of the game. Like, you can't kill him. I've tried. Like, you generally... If anyone knows the way of killing him, please by all means tell me, but I could never figure it out. Like, you can't slam him. If anyone knows how to kill him, please tell me. It's, that would be nearly 20 years of catharsis if I can kill him. Here's an interesting thing. I hope you haven't had lunch, guys, because this guy is not pleasant to listen to. Well, go find it then, blubberguts. But I can't swim. Can you help an old sea hippo? Sure, we'll find it for you. Crying like a babe. Anyway, it's down in here. So you sneak in here, which the camera angles here are a wee bit funky, so it's a wee bit difficult to get used to. Ahoy there. I be Blubber's treasure. Oh, you're awfully honest for a pirate's treasure.
Save me! Blubber stole me! Ah!
Which you think would be a lot funnier. But what do I know? Right, so that's that side. So then you throw the treasure up there. Aye, that'd be half me gold! Which I didn't know, as a kid, to do that. This game genuinely does reward some kind of lateral thinking to get a lot of the stuff that you need to do. Which, I'll show you later on, it can get pretty convoluted. Every level in this game feels fresh and exciting, and no two levels look the same at all. So you got the sandy beaches here of Treasure Trove Cove, and you've got the green hills of Sparrow Mountain. Can you just put the fucking treasure up there, please? Treasure! Thank you, me hearties. Take this reward. I'm after spend. Oh, it doesn't have the sound. In the original, in the sound effect, you hear him go, whoa! Wee sound effects here and there, which kind of adds to all the character of the characters, if you will. Right, so, where to next? Let's go learn the second and final ability of this level, which is just here. You'll reach new heights with my shock jump spring. Does Kazooie do it? My legs are tired. You've done fuck all, Banjo! This is level 2 of like 9. Your energy's a little low. I forgot he does that if you've learned all the Cove's new moves. If you're struggling with health and you go to see any of the molehills, he'll refill your health for you. So that's as simple as it is in this. I keep thinking of something to talk about and then I get distracted. I think that's why I've noticed watching back on these videos, my thought process goes, oh this, and then as I'm talking about something else, I'm talking a million miles an hour. I'm just so excited to share this with you guys, genuinely. Right, you need to fill this bucket with a pebble, he says. No. No. Hold on, 2 seconds while I figure out the button. That's to launch it up, to launch it down. It's not X, is it B? Yeah, you shit the exit with B. Leaky patched up, now empty water for bear. And here we go. One of the biggest secrets to me, finding this when I was like 12, 13, playing this game, blew my goddamn mind. Hey, Furball, you're looking wise. Solve my puzzle and win a prize. There's the Jiggy. Guess what the password is. Right, so Banjo, and you have a time limit to do it, so I don't remember how I figured this out. I for real don't know how I figured this out as a kid. And then Kazooie's over here. I've actually, if you've looked at any of my other videos and oh, it's A, sorry. If you've looked at any of my other videos and some of my edits of mishaps, and I'm trying to talk and do things at the time, it's not working. What I was saying? Yeah, I have this font on my computer. I think it's called Lithis Pro Black. Has 2 O's, so OOIE. And I genuinely always wanted this font as a kid. Because it just looks cool. And as a grown-up watching guys like John Tron and Eagle Raptor have this font for their videos, I've always wanted to use it, and now I'm in a position where I can. And I do. and I wear my inspirations proudly on my sleeve. Genuinely. Like, you may notice my introductions to my videos. I may have slightly watched so many Markiplier videos that unintentionally that's how I introduce my videos now. It's I'm not gonna lie, I've had a couple of times had to stop myself from doing his outro as well, and I caught myself doing it once and I went, no, I've had find my own way on YouTube. But when I've spent all my adolescence and borderline adulthood watching YouTube, and it's something I've always wanted to do, but I've never hid the fact that if anyone asks, like, oh, you're sounding an awful lot like JonTron or Game Grumps, or you've taken that from X and Y, it's not on purpose. It's not like I'm genuinely going out of my way to steal their material. It's more, they're such a big influence on me and what I do that sometimes it kind of comes out, and I've realised I've done it after the fact, but it's who I'm inspired by to make YouTube and the way I edit and do my videos. And if you guys have noticed, leave in the comments below, like, if you go back and watch some of my older videos, you might notice that some of the edits that I've done in my videos are kind of inspired by some of these other YouTubers. And if you've never seen any of these other YouTubers I'm talking about, go have a look. Go watch some of Game Grumps or JonTron's videos, and obviously Markiplier as well. But I've never hid from that. I've never been ashamed of who I'm inspired by on YouTube. But enough of that. Let's play some gosh darn Banjo-Kazooie. Now, on the originals, there was a whole bunch of rumours and secrets and ideas that this mountain, which was called Sharkfoot Island, was hidden on the sea, which you could put a code into that temple that I just was in, and you could raise it up. And there was meant to be a link from the N64 version between Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie. It never happened. So what they did was, when they re-released it for the Xbox 360 version, you could, obviously because of the way it transfers data, you could have a save file from this and transfer it over to Banjo-Tooie. So they could finally implement what they were trying to do all those years ago. But see, as a kid, you could collect all this stuff in the N64 version. You could. But you couldn't do anything with it. Because there was no way to implement it. Because there was no transfer system available. Right, but I believe... I think I already have it? Yeah, I've already got everything. So it's called the Stop and Swap. So I've got all the eggs and all the mystical ice key. There was a whole I had to collect magazines, and there's a whole bunch of convoluted ways of... Everyone had theories about how to get the ice key from the cove, which I'll show you when I get to that level, like where it was and stuff. Oh, it's a hiccup, excuse me. All the stuff I can show you. Oh, my sphincter still tightens with this guy. What I will do in one of my episodes, it might just be like a wee small one-off video rather than for this playthrough, but I will show you the cheat codes and stuff that you can... Oh, these guys steal your stuff! I forgot about them. I can show you codes and stuff that you can input into the game. Into the floor of Treasure Trove Cove here. There's a lot of cheats, but it's clever, because if you input too many, you get a warning on the first ones. Like, you can have, like, the game's like, you can have the first code for free. Gruntilda says, right, that's a one-off, but don't cheat. For real, like, I may be a villain, but don't cheat. And then you input the second code, and then Gruntilda warns you and says, right, I'm warning you. You put in one more cheat code, I'm deleting your save game. For real, she breaks the fourth wall and says, I'm deleting your save game if you do that again. Now, if you call her bluff and input the third code. Once you save the game, quit the game, leave and come back in, your save file is gone. She does not fuck about. If you don't listen to her, you'll lose your save game for real. And I learned that the hard way. I thought she was bluffing, and I went, yeah, right, you can't do that. It's my save game. And then I went into it and I cried because I was so close to the end of the game. But I was fighting the final boss. I was fighting Gruntilda and I couldn't beat her. And I thought, you know what? I'll stick in a couple of cheats and I'll beat her that way. And I can't remember what happened. I think I was just messing about and I went, you know what? I'll come back. I think I had dinner or something. And then I came back and I was like, right, let's load up the game, let's beat Gruntilda. And the save file was gone and I was in tears. And my mum came through and she was like, what's wrong? I was like, my save file's gone. And she was like, is that all? Can you not just do it again? And I just shot her the dirtiest look. Like, it's like 20, 30 hours of my life. You don't understand my pain. Anyone who's had that happen to them and the mum's like, can you not just do it again? They don't get it. Like, you spend your blood, sweat and tears getting to that point in the game, especially in Nintendo 64, where there's no, like, checkpoint system, there's nothing like that. And you just follow the clues and get the treasure. Okie dokie. Your blood, sweat and tears go into how far you get in the game. It's a badge of honor how much you suffered to get to where you are. And then for something like that, to delete your save file, all you want to do is cry, like, for real. And that's all I did do for a while, for like a full 10 minutes. Has that ever happened to anyone else in a game, either recently from like a bug or a glitch or anything like that? Like, share your horror stories, share your sob stories with me, and I'll feel your pain. I will. This is a safe place. I understand. Just get it off your chest. Just vent. Just let us know your pain. Right, halfway through this level. There is so much in this level that I want to talk about and explore. I just feel like I'm talking so much shit. If you've watched this video and you hear me chat and you're thinking, does he ever breathe? Sometimes, yeah. Like, I genuinely, sometimes when I'm doing these videos, I talk so much, I give myself a headache. And I'm just like, right, I need to literally slow down and breathe. But and this is so much from what I say and do. I just want to get it all out at once, and I just can't. If that makes any kind of sense. What's down there? Oh, hello. Yeah, he doesn't do much until you get too close to him. Blum, blum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. You can kill these guys. You just shit on them. I don't mean that, like, in any kind of exaggeration. Oh, no, 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 no. You shit on him. See? Take a jobby on him! Right, let's go get this life. So there's only a couple things left in this level that I haven't shown you, which I will do my best now to do. How many notes have I got? Oh, I'm almost there. I didn't realise. I've been talking just so much shit, and all of this level is just muscle memory. It's like deep-seated memories from when I was a child. And it's just... if anyone who's ever played like an old game, and they come back to it years later, and you know everything about the game, it's just... The only way I could describe it is muscle memory. I'll come back to that token later. In the middle of a treasure hunt. We're going on an adventure! Oh, I forgot about the Jinjos in this level as well. There's an ability you get later on in the game which helps with flying about a lot faster. And the sequel to this game, that's what I was going to talk about. The sequel to this game, Banjo-Tooie, which I didn't get as a kid because it was near the ending life cycle of the Nintendo 64, and by that point I think I had a PlayStation. You'll never find me now. Something tells me I will. It was near the, as I was saying, Banjo-Tooie, it was near the end cycle of the N64. Please open me gently. No. Just no. And I never got it until I was a bit older. I think I was 22, 23 maybe. Maybe a bit older. I got it for a good price. I think I got it for about, because I feel like only recently, like, retro games prices have skyrocketed because it's cool to be nostalgic now. Like, for real. Anyone who's a gamer now wants older consoles and they want all this older stuff. This be Gruntilda's booty. I want no part of Gruntilda's booty, if you will, but I will take her treasure. That golden treasure was for me. Now harder still, the game will be. And that is how challenge works, Gruntilda. Things get gradually harder. So yeah, I feel like all this kind of nostalgic stuff, like classic consoles and older games, they're fetching a much higher price now because it's popular. Genuinely, see, 10, maybe 20 years ago, a bit longer. So I'll say 15 years ago, a rough estimate number. It wasn't nearly as popular because now I've noticed since the rise of Marvel movies and comic book movies, it's now popular to be a geek. And that's not a slight on anyone who have gotten into geek culture through that kind of thing. It's wonderful. I love the fact that, I mean, don't get me wrong, I was bullied a lot in high school for being a nerd and being a geek. And maybe there is a part of me deep down that's like, you beat the crap out of me for liking comic books back in high school. And now here you are, like, you're the first person in line to see the new Marvel movies. Which is fine, but at the same time there is a little part of me that's like, how dare you? But it's not that big. It's just the bitterness in me, I guess. What the fuck was I talking about? Yes, so it is popular now to be nostalgic. Genuinely. So when I got this game... Oh, hello. When I got this game, it wasn't quite as popular then. So I got it for good. I think I got this game for like 20, 30 quid. I got Banjo-Tooie for. And I never completed it. Still haven't completed it. Just purely for the reason and the simple fact of when I eventually get to that playthrough, you'll understand and you'll see. Oh shit. You'll understand. Because it is such a big game. It was an ambitious game. And you'll see why. The levels are intertwined with each other. So, you know when you come to a level in Banjo-Kazooie, you can get all 10 jiggies on this level. Whereas in Banjo-Tooie, you have to constantly be thinking, right, what level does this level connect with? And you'll understand when I play that game later. It's a constant question of, right, so this level goes into, like, level A goes into level B, but level B intertwines with, like, level D. It's really confusing. I am missing one jiggy and it is really bugging me. It's fine. I know where I'm going just now, so I'll get it later. I'm just getting the last two Jinjos and then I'll be on my way. So I want to fly over here, I think. Yeah, the blue one is underwater and this one's over here, but the blue one is at the exit of the level, so it makes sense to get it last. I've always done it that way, like I've always made sure that the blue Jinjo is the one I always got last because it just made the most sense to get last. So I'm just checking to see if there's any notes around here that I've missed. I'm not sure where it is. Oh, there it is. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah! And I even did it without stopping flying. I deserve a medal. So I wasn't intending on doing like a full 100% playthrough. Shush, Harley, Daddy's working. That's my cat. She is such... Shushed! She loves cuddles. Like, it's not even funny. I'll be sleeping 6 o'clock in the morning. I'll just feel like light paw prints on my chest, and I hear meow, meow, and it's her way. It's not her way of saying good morning. It's her way of saying, right, I want pet now. Right, so the 10 tokens will do for the next level. So Mumbo's not in every single level, he's in every second level. Okay. Now, you listen here, you little shit. You've been awarded a gamer pick. Lucky you. Yeah, it's just little bits like that in the Xbox 360 version. Right, so I got everything in this level. All 100 notes and all the jiggies. I'll get honeycomb pieces later. I'll do that off camera. I know where they are, I just haven't got them. Right. Slam dunk! Get dunked on! Anyone who gets that reference, brownie point to you. Anyone who gets that reference, it's good to know it's not just me who's evil. Cool. Right. So what I'll do now is I will very quickly get the next level set up ready for our next episode. Bush! So we want to go back the way. Your feather buddy that you've brung, useless like a pile of dung. Yeah, Grunty taunts you every now and again. It's a nice touch. Like, you always constantly feel like she's there. Like she's watching you. There is a way to put all the pieces in at once, and this is where it teaches you how to do so. If you want to place all your pieces into the puzzle at once, just press the right trigger. Or in the original N64 version, you press Z. Yay! Clanker's Cavern. Now, I have stories about this level. Really, really embarrassing stories about Clanker's Cavern. And I will tell you all about them when we play Clanker's Cavern in the next episode. Right, we have the notes to open this, so I will just open this now. I go, I'm awesome, I go. Wow, the megalomaniacal witch strikes again. That's insane. She truly does have a hard-on for herself. That is the phrasing I'm using. Yes, hard-on for herself, because that is exactly what it is. She has a raging boner for herself. Stop saying boner. What the fuck is wrong with me? Oh, Freudian much. Right, anyway. I will go into Clanker's Cavern in just a second once I set up this. I want to show you something very quickly before we go anywhere else. Because this sets up something for way, way later in the game. We go. Oh, come on! That because of the polygonal style of the game, it can be a bit tricky to get up places sometimes. Hey Banjo, you're looking glum. It must be hard being so dumb. Wow! I feel attacked. Time to start taking notes. Grunty wears massive bloomers. Okay. Massive bloomers. This is going to look really weird if anyone just randomly reads this piece of paper. She also got this nasty pet dog whose name is Big Nack. What did that say? Big Nack. Is that what it said? I'll go back in just a second. My sister sings in her own band, Grunty and the Cauldron Crew. They're awful. I don't know, that sounds like a pretty good... Oh, she's going to heal me up. Grunty and the something crew. Alright, Massive Bloomers. I want to make sure I got that dog's name because that's such a ridiculous name. Nice to pet dog whose name is Big Naka. Yeah, that's it. And I got it right. My sister sings in her own band, Grunty and the Cauldron Crew. I feel like a nerdy band have a name called Grunty and the Cauldron Crew if it's not trademarked. If not, that's a total waste of an opportunity because this game just gave you a wonderful heavy metal band name. And if you say, oh, it shouldn't be heavy metal. Yes. Yes, it should. Right. So, in here, very briefly, is an area that you can't do anything with yet. Because I don't know. Okay. Bubble Gloop Swamp. I say we can't do anything with it yet because we don't have all the abilities from the previous level to go anywhere near it. Also, I thought it was a different area in the game, so my bad. Get my wires crossed a bit. Anyway, let's head into... I was basically Bubble Gloop Swamp there. Let's head into Clanker's Cavern and then get ready for the next playthrough, for the next episode. And I can tell you my embarrassing story, if you want to call it that. And I love the music in this. Okay. Just the one new move to find this time. But it's hidden well. Okay, well thank you for that, Bottles. And I'm going to leave it there. And we'll come back next time. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this, please don't forget to give that wee subscribe button a wee tickle. Give the video a like and just follow us on all social media. And hopefully you'll join me for the next episode of Banjo-Kazooie. Take care, guys.